Today we're going to have a little discussion, a little chinwag with Questy about the lyrical content of black metal. What is the best theming for black metal? I want to talk about it with you guys, or basically just rant to the camera about my feelings, my personal thoughts, and what makes good content for black metal. Now, I've listened to my fair share of black metal. I love all the different themings. I love them all. Obviously, I'm human, I have my preferences. I'll tell you which ones I like best when I get to it. But there's a wide array of different themes and lyrical contents for black metal. You've got the classic Satan. As Gar would say, sipping his little wine. Satan. You have Satan, obviously, which is a big factor, because that is what black metal is built on. Fucking Satan. Anti-religion, which is another topic. Not just Satanism, but anti-religion is another big topic with black metal. You also have nature. The more beautiful side of black metal, you got nature. It can be kind of paganistic in ways as well. War, wearing a fucking Panzer Division long sleeve right now. War's a big one. Depression is another one. You have a whole subgenre dedicated to sadness and depression and despair. There is one I'm missing off. I wrote down. Where the bloody hell is it? Am I an idiot? I'm an idiot. Oh, I've missed off two. Stupid Questy. Space. Cosmic black metal. There's a lot of black metal about the darkest recesses of space, which is kind of scary as well. And also death in of itself. More akin to death metal, but you have black and death metal, And there is a lot of black metal about death as well. So, many themings you could pick for black metal. And lots and lots and lots of bands have a variety of these kind of themes and lyrical contents within. But what's the best? Let's have a little argument. Which one hits harder? Which one has the best bands within? And what do you like the most? I want you guys to pop down in the comments below which theming for black metal you prefer. So when you're checking out a new band and they start singing about space, are you shut off? They start singing about Satan, are you shut off? Tell me the ones you can't stand, tell me the ones you love. And let's start with Satan, okay? Like I said, it is the focal point of black metal. Personally, I love it. I'm not religious. In fact, when anything's like Satan-related or devil-related and demons and stuff, I'm an edgy kid at heart. I love it. I'm an edgy adult. I love anything Satan-related. Even if it's not theistic Satanism, even if it's just, Anton LaVey's kind of atheistic Satanism, or they don't really believe in it, they're just using it for shock value. They're using it for the imagery. I still love it. I love the imagery. I love the images of demons and goats fucking people, people getting tortured, like, just the evil demon hellfire stuff. It sings to me. I'd rather have that on the album cover, the lyrical content talking about Satan fucking someone's hairy asshole, than all this new stuff, like, talking about drugs and alcohol and who's dating who and cheating and sadness. Like, I don't give a shit. The modern pop world, I listen to metal to get away from that, and the lyrical content about Satanism gets me away from that perfectly, and it can get me into my own zone. Hellfire, sulfur, all that shit, I am on board. Love it. So that would be very high for me, in lyrical content. War is hell. Or as Ron Perlman would say, war never changes. War is hell. The brutality of war, the horrific nature, the atrocities that happen in war. I love bands that do that. Canaan Fever, they're a more popular one at the moment. 1914 just released an album, really good. Marduk, obviously, my favourite, I can't remember it. It's got Album Pass. What's it called? They released Album Pass. Minenwerfer. They're the best. Bloody fantastic shit. They are. Oh boy. Yeah. So many great bands with war and the themes, and I feel like it does lend itself well to black metal because it's depressing, it's got death in there, it's got evil in there as well, a lot of metaphors, so I think it lends itself well to black metal, and I think it's more ferocious, the style of black metal, and I like it, but I prefer Satan. You know, if I was going to do the ranking, which I will do, Satan is on top at the moment. Space, let's talk about space. Cosmic black metal. I love my Mercognitums, my Midnight Odysseys, my Mesarthims. There's something unique and fresh about it. And it's kind of, it makes you awestruck, which is different to like the pure blasting evil black metal of Satanism and the war stuff. This is more, you're in wonder of the darkness and the recesses of space, but you have stuff like Dark Space, which kind of makes it more evil and depressing and raw, and I like that about them, but yeah, you know, you have the more majestic stuff like Mercognitum and Spectral Law, so there's lots of different factors here. You also have a new band, Labyrinthus Stellarum, kind of bringing in the industrial and dance elements in, like Mesarthim does, so there's plenty of bands to pick, and they're all fantastic, but again, lyrical content-wise, I'd still pick Satan over both of them. Next up, death. Death and depression. Anything about death is always interesting. For me, it's probably bottom of the barrel, you know? Because death metal kind of does that already, and I always feel like death metal is kind of overblown when it does that anyway. I'd rather hear things about demons and being tortured by fire, which, I mean, I guess is like a cool Cannibal Corpse song. You could make that into a song, Tortured by Fire. My throat is dying. Yeah, I just feel like death metal is there already, so black metal doesn't really need to kind of do that kind of content. It's cool when it's done. It's just probably last on my list of lyrical themes, personally. Depression. Depression's nice. That's weird to say. Depression's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Melancholic, just somber, like Leviathan's 10th sublevel. I know it's not technically DSBM, but whatever. It's pretty depressing to me. You know, Zasfa, Forgotten Tomb, is it? Forgotten Tomb, not Forgotten Woods. There's so many forgotten bands. There's a lot of depressive stuff, Life Lover, Psychonaut 4, lots and lots of stuff. But again, you know, it's nice to bring me down, but I feel like it doesn't do its job well. Maybe I'll get some slack for this. I feel like Funeral Doom and Death Doom does depressing way better than DSBM. DSBM, I'm having a blast. I listen to black metal like daily. It doesn't depress me, it doesn't do its job, it's just fun to me. Whereas listening to like Early Swallow the Sun is more depressing. Listening to some newer Paradise Lost songs is more depressing to me personally. Anathema, especially Anathema, the album Alternative 4, 100 times more depressing than anything any DSBM band has ever done. Holy fucking shit, that album's depressing. See what I mean? So although I like it, and I like the lyrical content, I just feel like it's done better with Doom. So that would be also low on my list. And then we come to Nature. Nature and Pagan, I'll mix them together. What do I think about that? That'll be high. That might be number one for me. You know, my favourite black metal band, Droop. Love Nocturnal Mortem, the more pagan kind of side of things. Stuff like Graveland's fun for that kind of style. I love it. You know, going back to the roots, the ancestors. You know, being proud of who they are. I fucking love it. It's great. You know? Dancing around a campfire with like fur fucking suit on. I don't know, bear skin. Like, that's cool. It's animalistic. It's primal. It's just raw, like the music. I love the folky instrumentations that they use. Sometimes it's like flutes. Sometimes it's, you know, they've got keyboards in there as well. Adding the atmosphere. I love, pagan and nature themes. And it's not just stuff like that. I'm just talking about a bunch of NSBM stuff. You got Panopticon. Complete opposite. But it's in that atmospheric, beautiful kind of style as well. You have Winterfilleth, the English side of things, so represent. There's so many bands that do it so well, and I feel like I just talked about Sorcier de Glace from Quebec in Canada, and you feel like you're in the mountains, you feel like you're in the snow when you're listening to the music, and that brings out nature as well. It can't just be forest, it can be mountains too, streams and rivers, and I'm all for that. Transporting you to a different realm, it's good for me. So, for me, that's probably top. Satan, very close, because you got to have Satan in there. And maybe it'll swap and change, but just personally, the bands I like the most are like the atmospheric and pagan stuff. Then it's the satanic stuff. Then it's all the others. So, there you go. That's what Questy thinks about all the different styles. I've probably missed one off. Let me know a big one I've missed off, because Questy's stupid. Questy's a fucking retard. Let me know down below if you're a fucking retard. And, and which of these themes and lyrical contents you like the best in your black metal. We'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.